are
I'm
you?
Joelle. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, I'm Kathleen. I go by Kat.
Okay, I was going to ask you if you go by Kathleen. You look like a cat. That's cute.
Oh,
But I was already feeling a lot of spirit with you, and I don't know why. I still don't know exactly who it is. Um, but I always start with asking you, have you seen a medium before?
I have.
Okay. Are you a medium yourself?
Not yet.
Okay, working on it.
Yeah, I know I have like abilities and gifts. I just don't know how to use them.
Perfect.
But yeah, I'll be
Okay.
starting.
Well, especially connecting with people who already have the ability and know how to lift their vibration, just spend a little bit more time with them, and it helps lift your own vibration and you keep going forward from there. So
Exactly.
it's all about this like training process and getting that mindset.
Exactly. Open mind, open heart.
That's right. Okay. So, every medium works a little differently. I say that I have all the clairs, but mostly what I work with is my clairvoyance and my clairsentience. They'll give me a quick image, and I get a knowing and an understanding of why they might be showing it to me. But sometimes you might interpret it differently from what it means than what I feel it means. So it's more about your personal journey, your personal connection with what they're showing me.
Right.
And I'm going to close my eyes and we can go ahead and get started, okay?
Yay. Okay.
Okay, cool. All right. So this is definitely a female presence stepping forward first. This is I just want to say mom. I don't even want to say grandma. I want to say mom. Okay. And you look really young to lose a mom. So well, I'll get more from her, but she right off the bat, like I feel other spirit around you and knowing that you have more loved ones that are passed too, unfortunately. But she is stepping forward, taking charge, and she is gonna run the show. So
She was ready.
yeah, she is ready. She's super cute.
Yes, thank you.
Okay. At first she showed me this might be something that you're working with lately, and you have crystals, and she's showing me these crystals, and I don't know if you're working with them. Have you, are you leaning into Reiki or have you done Reiki with the crystals? She showed me crystals right away, and I was trying to decipher what she was talking about there.
And sorry for the tears. They're good tears. They're
Okay.
happy tears.
Yeah.
I have two that are for a specific reason and not Reiki, but yes, to the crystals. I didn't know if you just want yes, no, or want me to explain.
You can tell me whatever. So we can always lean in and ask her more, but she showed me that very quickly. And then she was showing me her driving you to after school curriculum. So I don't know where she was at when she passed. We haven't got into that yet, but she was showing me you going to dance class. Was this like ballet class or something where she was taking you to classes after school?
Relating
Cheerleading. Okay, cute.
back.
Yes. And she's like committed and I don't know if you guys had a minivan or maybe she's showing me the minivan being in the fact of like being carpool and the mom life and the hashtag, all.
Yeah, like mom life of lots of kids, mom life. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So did you actually have a minivan or was she just showing me the minivan as like,
We did have like the one of those old school, like blue, almost I don't even know which kind it was, the oldest one
okay.
back when I was little.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
relating time.
She was there for it. She was like, I'm doing everything with the van.
Yep.
Like
That's
that is my life.
all off too.
So cute. Uh, I'm asking her to back up to the crystals and get more insight of um what she was trying to talk about there. She's showing me one on like the left side of your bed. Do you have one that's really special to you?
If you're sitting on my bed, it's the left side of my room.
Okay. Yeah. So she was just showing me specifically you really gravitating to this one that I don't know if you talk to it and help it reset you for the day or if you're clearing it, what you're doing with this crystal, but she loves these crystals for you. Like they're really exciting and fun. I don't that's why she wanted to bring them up.
It's
I don't know. Have you put crystals on your body before with how you work? Because she's showing me how.
there's two single ones. I keep one in the room, and then sometimes, well, most times when I leave and go out, I put the other one in my bra.
Shut you do
Rude.
that? I don't even do that. Like that's the coolest thing. I need to start doing that. I need to start doing that. Period. I'm gonna start doing that.
It's one single, it's a heart rose quartz, and I put it in my bra when I go out.
Oh my gosh. So that's so special, validating and showing. And I don't feel like you need reassurance that she's around. But
Yeah,
just the purpose of this reading today is
it's
just
nice
to
to
hear
get the
beautiful
yeah to hear.
messages and you get this small glimpse and connection of her actually being there. And it makes you I just hope that you take from this reading today the whole like you feeling rejuvenated
Yeah,
and ready to go on. Uh so let's
yeah.
see what else mom has to say. You know what's funny is I work with stones a lot too and crystals. I've got my crystal right here, one of mine. This
That's
is
the exact. Mine's smaller. The exact same one. I have two, and
so
one's.
this is opalite. Uh I tend to gravitate towards opalite. I love it. I love it.
Yeah, they're just yeah.
Somebody said if you like opalite though, you're a big child. And I'm like, okay, maybe.
Yeah, right.
Might be. I'm like
Let me see.
playful and fun and
It's
I
good
don't
to be like young at heart or a young
okay.
child. I'd rather be that than
I'll take that. I'll take that.
yeah.
Um, but I've never actually physically put them on my body. Besides when I wear like a piece of jewelry that's a crystal stone to help me ground or things like that. So that's very, very interesting that your mom showed me. And she's very good at connecting. Like I don't have to really try with her. She's very, very strong spirit, which always makes me know and understand that she's done all the work. She's like high vibrational. Like she's this beautiful,
Yeah.
beautiful angel. Like
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
I'm so appreciative of her being so like connected to me, like being able to me to really get the messages across to you.
Yeah.
Um, are you are you in like college or something? She's showing me like ramen and like do you are you not a big
I'm
cook?
laughing. No, I can cook. It's my daughter who's
Okay.
yeah, she doesn't even know that they're called ramen, but like she noodles, like noodles. That's all my daughter ever wants to eat. Like she's giving me a hard time right now with this eating phase. She just turned 5, and she's obsessed with ramen noodles, chicken flavor.
So, I mean, I have a 5-year-old and they are very particular. I totally get it. I totally
Yeah,
get
doesn't
it.
get it every day or all the time, but you know,
But I was like
runs
specifically ramen. So that's why I went college. I'm like, who's in college?
right. And it's not like that other brand, the like M1 and match you. I don't even know how to pronounce it. It's the ramen noodles specifically. That's amazing.
That's amazing. She's already doing a great job of validating that she sees you, she's with you, she's watching over you and your daughter. You don't even look old enough to have a daughter.
You know, I have 2 kids.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Okay, we'll get more from mom.
I was gonna say, whoops, mom, wait,
We'll get more from mom. Uh, is the other one a boy? I feel like who's in karate?
the boy.
Is
He's
he
not.
in?
No, he's not. He's too little for that yet. But
Okay,
see where you're getting that.
okay. We can maybe that, and that might be something down the line. Sometimes they show me stuff. I have had readings where people would call me or let me know maybe a month or two down the road of something that came up. And not saying that this would be a month or two. This might
Right.
be years down the road.
I
But
love
but
it.
exactly like I'm saying is there on the other side, there's no timeline. So they'll show me quick things and I'm totally just getting that. So that might be
I
something
love,
that he's into.
I'll have to let you know in the near future
I
because
love it.
I can see that. I
Are you by like where palm trees are? Like is this Florida?
wish.
Okay.
But
Hmm.
I can understand why she's bringing
Is there a trip coming up
it.
to
We
Florida?
were supposed to go on a trip.
Okay. Was it Florida?
Um, well, it was like a cruise to several places, so
Okay. Okay.
she liked
I just got the palm trees and it just made me feel like Florida, which right now Florida is covered in snow, some of it.
it. You see, I just heard that last night that they haven't had snow since like 1986. And I'm
I
like,
know.
what?
I'm in Georgia and we've shut down. There's an inch of snow on the ground and it's all shut down.
You know, the palm tree, she loves the beach in Florida. That's one of
Okay.
her things.
Okay. Uh, but it might be that this trip, even though it's like something got postponed for some reason, she's making me feel, was there an argument? There was a disagreement between somebody in the family or who you're traveling with, and this was a separation.
Um, uh, she's giving you little bits of a whole big
Okay.
thing.
Okay, we can delve in more and it almost at first I thought this was a family member, but I feel like this is a boyfriend or a significant other and there's confrontation or there it makes me feel like they moved out. Is that the whole?
They didn't, but we're in a rough patch.
Okay, let's see.
But the other part with the family member is a thing too.
Okay. I don't know. She's trying to mom right now, and be like, okay, well,
Yeah.
remember your boundaries. Remember to take care of yourself and the kids, first of all. And then um she wants you to understand that because you being guarded or putting up walls and boundaries is not you it's more so like you honoring yourself and she wants to remind you of that you have to honor yourself and still be
Yeah.
connected to who you are and give yourself love.
Yeah.
uh
Okay, that's yeah. Yeah.
this person now I don't know this person that you're with is this boyfriend or is this spouse?
It's pretty much my spouse, but it's not official. But yes,
Okay,
boyfriend.
so boyfriend. Okay. Something else that there was some other hidden secret or something that was not revealed to you. And this has just come up recently.
Mm. Ooh. What is it, Mom?
We
I'm not.
don't
I'm
we
just kidding.
don't have to add, not saying that
I'm
I'm
joking. I'm just like, because usually I'm very like I'm my intuition and all that is very spot on. Like I can read everything and know everything, but I'm not sure about that.
sometimes it is hard though when you're in the mix of it to see it for yourself
Yeah.
and have that intuitive sense and not saying I'm just asking her what's going on and if she wants to talk about it and delve into it. And that's the only sense that I got uh that there could possibly
Yeah.
be some secret, some kind of something going on, a little bit something that you wouldn't want in the
Yeah.
relationship. Okay. I don't know. I feel like this is connected to the trip. She was just showing me a pool, but it made me feel like a pool at a hotel, like a hotel pool and I think we're going back to this trip and she wants you to I feel like she still wants you to go on this trip, but I get that it's postponed, so it was already it's something that might have been passed, but she
Hmm.
wants you to still look forward to the good times and to make these memories with the kids.
Yeah.
And something was this family member situation that was part of the trip too? Were they supposed to be coming on the trip? Because I
Yeah.
don't know why I feel this family tie, and then she's showing me the trip and she's
Yeah.
rolling it all together.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
It's they weren't going to go on the trip, but it's if you want me to, I don't want to like give it all if you unless you want me to.
I
So
mean, it depends on how much I'm dipping into it. If I'm already, a lot of times I'll get the gist.
yeah.
So with my mediumship, a lot of times they won't give me exact details. But if I'm hitting close enough, you can fill me in and you can
Yeah.
fill in the
Like
spaces.
on it, and it's just like, oh, I need to fill in the gap for you.
Okay.
Kind of juicy. Um, so yeah, she was as she was passing, that's the time she was going to retire. And that at that time she was going to get a lot of money when she retired. Her job she worked for, you just got automatically got stock for the company just by working there. So she had, let's just say, a lot of money, and she was going to retire. And then that summer we were going to go away. Well, instead of retiring, unfortunately, the unexpected came, and she that specific retirement, that specific money that she wanted for the trip and for each child and this and that didn't go how it was supposed to.
Okay.
So a sibling and my father, one of my sisters who is just like my father, my mom always said they're husband and wife. They're like the narcissist. They're both the same people. They took a hold of all of that and made it theirs and dished out to certain kids or people and make sure Kat doesn't get a dime. Not that I would want her stuff, but
Yeah.
that money she wanted to each child. We were going to take a trip with some of the money, and we didn't get to take the trip, and she didn't get her wishes how she wanted.
Okay. All right. So that's where she was making me feel this whole disconnect and the trip.
Yes.
Okay. So thank you for clarifying.
Mm-hmm.
But exactly like you're already rising above and she's
Mm-hmm.
supporting you 1,000%. And she's making me feel like when you choose to go on a trip, she's like, you don't have to include anybody else. It could just be you and the family, and I'll be there with you in spirit. She's making me feel like you just, I want you to be happy and enjoy yourself and don't let anybody else harbor anything like, bring you down for the fact that you're not including everybody else when you
Yeah.
weren't included in the previous.
Yep.
So she's supporting whatever decision you decide to make,
Oh,
including this trip.
okay.
It's something with really like the kids are going to have a great time, whatever you choose.
Oh,
And
I
if
know.
you tend to go on this trip,
I got the
I
best of all.
I'm seeing like I don't know if this is a water park because like slides into like water and things like that.
Yeah, so she's telling me take that trip, some nice beach with trees, and they have a hotel resort with the
The
the pool
pool,
spa and all
the
that.
kids are busy,
Got it.
you'll have a little pina colada. It'll be
I'm gonna note that in my I'll put that in my notebook here.
I love it.
I'll do it for her and me.
And not saying that this could be the case,
Mhm.
but she's explaining to me that that boyfriend might not go. And
Yeah.
she says, whatever you feel comfortable with, and if it's just you and the kids, like that's
Well,
just heaven on earth right there. No
yeah,
drama, no anything, just
exactly.
enjoying.
No bad vibes or moods and
Yeah. Yeah.
okay.
Is this yours or mom's gold hoop earrings? Like she's showing me these small gold hoop earrings.
Mine.
Okay, are they yellow gold or did I just see them yellow gold?
They're like a yellow gold. They're smaller. Yes.
Okay. Were those just purchased recently? I'm not sure why she showed me very quick the yellow gold earrings. I thought it was going to be an heirloom kind of thing, but
Yeah, I could see why she probably wants me to. She probably likes them, and I have them, in a spot where right now my on my nightstand, like there's a small mini frame with her, card in there, the dance card, obituary card in it, and the earrings are underneath like the mask. It's like this little fan on my nightstand that has like a compartment, and I took the earrings off and put them in there, and then her picture's on top of it. So she's just,
perfect. So
yeah,
exactly what she's saying is like, I know where my picture is. I know where your earrings
one of the many.
are.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see, that it's just her to validate that she's still with you, ever present.
Oh, one more thing I forgot to add with that. I also
Okay.
have on my bureau, the jewelry holder of my other earrings, other gold hoops that I have, and I also mixed up in there some of her earrings. No,
Oh,
I thought it's just to keep because yeah.
I don't know if this is something that she would wear or if she's her last event that she went to was a wedding that she's wearing this like little those like light shawls that you toss over your shoulders and it's got like the fringe on the bottom. It's
Yeah.
very dainty, very and I saw that going over her shoulders, but I felt like it had to do with like a last event that she went to prior to her passing.
I'm trying to think. I'm not sure of that. I know
Okay.
that there's something like that, but I don't know what event it was for, and I don't have that.
Okay. And
But
it's not, it was more, she wasn't making me feel like you had it. She was making me feel like it was the last event.
okay.
But I don't know. It was just a quick showing and we can put it to the side and kind of think
Yeah,
about it later or yeah, come back to it.
sometimes I feel like I get like sitter amnesia. Is that what it's called? Like you're just like, and then after we're done, I'll probably be like, hold on, I remember.
I am the worst sitter. Okay. So you're doing fabulous. You're doing way much better than I would ever be doing. My memory is just awful. So I totally get it. And yes, there is such a thing. And you're almost put on the spot, right? Of certain
Yeah,
things. And I always try to have them bring to you the most significant ties between the two of you of what you would remember. And sometimes that is not the case because you are you and she is her. And like they'll have a completely different view of a memory that you guys had.
right. I'm
And
sure.
the sitter will be like, I don't remember it that way.
I'm sure it'll pop up when we're done, and I'll be messaging like, oh, I know what you're talking about. Or
Okay. 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 I'm like, Mom, she's like, why don't you talk about somebody else who passed that before her, I feel like. Does she have a brother that's passed?
someone else that's a male, but I could see why they seem like a brother.
Well, it felt like somebody in line with her age, close to her age. This is a male, and he was there to greet her. And it's making me feel like he passed before her.
Mm-hmm.
Was this a cousin?
Way before,
Okay.
long time ago. It would be her father.
Okay.
That he passed young though, like
Okay. So that's
50,
why I was getting that.
my
It just seems
brother thing.
around a very similar age. Is that
Older, but yeah, I know he was for sure. I don't know the exact, but I know he was in his 50s, late 50s.
okay? Uh, he definitely stepped forward and greeted her
Oh, I love
when
that.
she passed. He was there. He's gosh, he seems like very calming. And it's funny because I have a new, this sounds really funny. I have a new deodorant and it has sandalwood in it. And I say I smell like a guy right now. And it makes me think of this would be your grandfather. and I just smell sandalwood with him. I don't know why.
I could see that.
Okay.
Yeah, and even though I never met him from what I did know.
Okay. He seems like a very warm person. He's not standoffish.
Yeah,
He is very, very a kind man. And coming from that generation, I'm getting all teary-eyed of the emotion between the two of them because that reunion
yeah,
was
exactly.
just so beautiful. And if you could understand the joy that they felt being back together again,
I can only
it
imagine.
is like it's so so beautiful. And that's what how they're making me feel and understand that I know that they're not physically present for you right now.
uh,
And that is being so, so difficult, not physically having them here. But what they want you to know and understand is on the other side, it is all this joy and love and bathed in warmth and it's like one big hug. And
yeah.
that's what they want to give and portray back to you right now.
Oh, I love that.
So they want to embrace you and hold you and they're with you all the time.
Yeah.
Mom's knocking something off your shelf. She's going boop. She's making me feel like there's something on, do you have a mantle over a fireplace? And there's a like something on the corner of it and she's going, has something been falling off?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yep. Yep.
It's
The
right on the edge
yep,
and it's right and she's going, dink.
she would do that. I swear to
She's
God.
like,
I
I'm
know.
here. I'm just checking in. Here's me.
I know. I should like move it to downstairs and show you exactly what she's talking about. But that is so funny because, yeah, if
Okay.
that's a new thing because usually it's like my kids' toys going off during the day versus random.
Okay. Okay, so she wants to show that that's her, just saying that she's around, and you can say, "Hey, mom,"
I
or
do
that you're talking to her. Yeah, and she's just being kind of like feels like silly in the moment, like
personally.
she's not doing it to scare you,
I
and
know.
yeah,
I think that's why she holds back doing that type of stuff. She thinks she's gonna scare me because I always talk to her and I'm like, "You're not gonna scare me." I'm like, "Just show yourself, come closer, or do something." Oh, like I'm sick of just I mean, not sick of it. Like I'm talking and I'm can't get anything back, and like you're not gonna scare me. I was like, just do whatever. I was like, I don't care.
I feel like you're getting that quick white mist that you see out of the corner of your eye.
I am.
Mm-hmm. That's
I
her.
pulls through my whole body now. Like,
That's her. That's her.
oh,
Oh, and that's her just giving you love and affection right now. And she's totally embracing you. Like I said, she just wants to embrace you and show you how much you are loved and still loved. Like she's like, you can't tear me away from my child. Like there's not, no.
yeah.
Hmm. I felt like you were an only child, and then I felt this like pull to a sibling. Do you have a half?
No, and I'm not an only child, but I could say I was her favorite, kind of. I swear I am. No, I'm
You're
just
like, it's all about me and me.
um, it is. There's a lot of us, and we're all
Okay.
pulled. But I'm, yeah.
I got the
If,
number 7.
yep.
Okay.
There's 7 of us.
7. So you're one of 7 siblings?
Mhm.
Holy guacamole.
Yep.
She's like, she's like, oh, I'll stop any medium in front of my daughter and have them like randomly do a flyby reading. I'm like, oh, you're probably one of like, you're attacking me in the grocery store.
I'm like, I know you already know, but like, mom, it's coming up soon. Like, be ready. Like, or please show up, or like, come on.
She has me seeing, so I don't know if this is back to the mantle piece, this little angel figurine.
In my room.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
I
where
feel like it's solid white, but sometimes I don't see it exactly the same, but I see it like this solid white little figurine with little angel wings.
well, we did have one down there that was on the Christmas tree, like an ornament, but I have one in my room on something that has the heart as well, the rose
Okay.
heart. Uh-huh.
Beautiful. So all that being connected to her and how you honor her and keep her in your heart and always, she is so grateful that you still talk to her because she's listening. And she's like, I know you're going through a tough time right now with your relationship and
Yeah.
this feels so bumpy and uncertain,
Yeah.
but she wants you to understand and know that everything works out for a reason and you are going to rise above and you are the most beautiful soul
Oh,
and you have so much to give. Like you give so much to your children, you give so much to everybody else and she just wants you to remember to give back to yourself.
oh yeah, exactly.
To remember to be like,
I'm like, foreign concept, but I'm trying. I'm working
yeah,
on
like
it.
me time. Like I have to remember what I like. And
Yeah.
especially when our kids are so little like that. Like I think we get lost in the mom mode. We're going back to the minivan. We're going back to
Yeah, it's like, who am I besides like Aria Macklin's mom? Uh,
100%. And we have that whole, you know, going back to like, what do I even like anymore?
yeah.
Is this,
I'm like, yeah,
and
what
your
are,
passions might change, and that's okay. And she's like, I'm here for it, and I want to support you.
I love it so much. Yeah, she was like my biggest, like my number one cheerleader and like supporter while here. So it's amazing that, it's even more now that she's on the other side still cheering me on. Because, yeah,
Do you like to paint?
my daughter does.
Okay. Because I feel like maybe that's something that you find therapeutic too. And I don't know if you're taking like a big canvas and like just slapping paint on.
Uh, yeah, she's probably telling me to go use my daughter's stuff.
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
very she literally has like the canvas holder and like canvases.
That's exactly what I saw. Like a big, nice big piece. You're
Yeah.
like, just slap it and
Yeah,
kind of like just kind of free yourself with
yeah,
even brushing and not even making it like so
yeah.
meticulous and
Let your hands flow.
exactly, exactly. Like kind of do the splatter and like just have fun with it.
Oh, I love that. Maybe I'll do that. I
And
get that.
just tapping into that creative side because I feel like you have this creative side that you don't get to use very often and it kind of excites you and gives you this passion.
Yeah, definitely. I don't ever bring that creative side out. So she's probably trying to get that out for me, help me bring it out.
This is sometimes I have pets that come up and did you have a cat that just passed? Or
Not a cat. Mm-mm, no cats.
it's like a stripy.
That's so funny because I've heard that that's been brought through before. And I'm like, who is this cat? What cat is she talking
Maybe
about?
it's like a little spirit guide that carries with
Yeah,
you
maybe because I've heard
throughout
it.
life.
Yeah, someone said keep a lookout because, she's very clear on this cat. And I'm like, okay.
I saw her like gray with like these black stripes, but
Okay.
you have a white dog right now?
I don't
Mm,
know.
okay. All right, we're just pulling animals and
But there's a white dog in spirit related to her, like her family.
okay. Was it very short hair? Like a like
Yeah.
almost a pit mix?
Oh, well, that's that's my dog that's here.
Oh,
She's a pit mix, but she has some white.
okay. Or okay. I might be getting the two confused and she might be
I
showing me them
there's
quick.
one over in the spirit world, and there's one here, and she would be bringing up her here because that, yeah.
Yours seems gray pit, and hers is white terrier mix.
Okay, okay.
Is it?
Her, somebody, it's her, somebody in spirit with her that's her related to her has that dog in spirit too.
The white dog.
Yes, the white dog that you're,
Okay.
that's
Okay.
all.
How do I feel like there's so many men with her? Does that make sense? With this white dog, would that be a male presence that you were saying was the other spirit that would be with her?
Um, No, that would be the another female presence, but I
Okay.
could see, yeah, I know that a lot. Like I've never met a lot of like like her parents. Yeah, one thing I didn't meet them, but like my mom's uncle, all her family, like they all passed very young. So I don't even
Okay.
know how many that she has or this and that, but I could see why there's a lot of, males especially too.
Okay. I was kind of asking her what she wants to lead with the reading today and what she wants you to take away with. And I think it's just reiterating of what we've already spoke about of that she wants you to remember who you are and get back to like who's Kat and
Yeah,
how can I better myself to be a better mom, to be a better girlfriend, to be a better whatever this is. And she wants you to keep pushing yourself and keep putting yourself out of your boundaries. She's making me feel like sometimes you have to take that step of being uncomfortable.
yeah.
So I feel like there's a class that you're interested in, or maybe going into an after school thing or something.
She will not let up on this. It's so funny. I've had my login info for the last 6 months for my classes for mediumship, and I've always had one foot in, one foot out, and I just because she's the only one who like knew that I had abilities and believed in me, and like she also had that type of abilities too,
Hmm.
and
Yeah.
like everybody else looks at you like you're cuckoo and belong in a loony bin, I'm sure like, oh, you don't connect with dead people. Yeah, we
Well,
do.
this is my life.
Oh yeah.
Welcome to my life.
Yeah.
So
Believe
so
me,
get on the train. Toot
tell me
toot.
to literally like log in that ish and get going.
Now, you could do that. I I feel like your gift is very much like mine, and you don't need classes. I've never taken one class. I've never sat in a group thing. I got my gift 2 years ago. I feel like I was given my gift at the time that I needed it, my
Yeah,
timeline.
not to like bring in all this evidence, like factual evidence there. How'd you do it?
Yeah. And uh in the times that I thought or sensed that spirit was around, I would just kind of sit quietly. I'd grab a little notebook and I would either just start writing or just start kind of automatically pulling things. And
Yeah,
I had my husband practice with me. I practice with all sorts of family, and now I do
that's
it for reading.
amazing. That's awesome. That gives me some, confidence to try to maybe do that. That's my problem is like our human brain, right? Or like second guessing myself or doubting like it's like why do I do I'm the only one who's stopping me from, it's like sit down, get calm, and then it's like first thing that comes, just write it down. And I'm like, is that really like what I'm getting? Or is it me? And I start like, doing it to myself. And it's like, this is like, I never stop doing this. Stop doing
And believe me,
that.
I wouldn't call myself seasoned because I've only been doing this for now we're coming on 3 years. So I still am pretty new to this, but I feel very confident in my ability. But there are times that I get shooken up and I get shook up and I get a lot of, if people, the doubters or this or that. So you have to deal with that and be able to just knock them off and keep
Yeah.
moving on and being like, you know what, I'm gonna rise up
Uh,
and keep giving love and because that's what I feel when I do my readings is just all love, all support, the
Definitely. It's got to
connection between
work if someone comes in like, that's looking, they're expecting one specific person, they want this one specific thing, and it's like, all right, first of all, don't do some research or don't come in here all, I want this and that demanding, first of all.
Mhm.
Second of all, get your vibes right because it's like sometimes people want to blame the medium and it's like, no, this was all your like you did this all for yourself. Like if you throw the if anything about the medium that you're gonna blame, like that's your doing because you need to
Mhm.
understand that you need to, you don't always get what you want to hear, who you want to hear from. You get what you need and who you need it from. And come with an open mind, yeah, because I feel like people just don't know enough and then come in and it's like you set yourself up. If that's a bad reading or a bad medium, like you did that. That's not the
Yeah.
medium. So, just not all the time. You get like random ones, I'm sure that are like and it's like, I want my money back or I want this. It's like, well, you just did all of that to your, like,
Yeah.
yeah. you gotta be open mind and like good vibes.
Yeah.
Positive life, positive mind, positive vibes. That's my three word saying. Three
And
phrase.
it this kind of goes back to the crystals in the beginning. Have you thought of doing Reiki? Now, Reiki, that is schooling and a certificate. I've done it. Have you thought of doing Reiki? Was that something on your list?
No, I haven't. I haven't. I've got kind of pulled to it. I was kind of like, oh, what's this about? And kind of like I let a student, I think she was looking for volunteers, and I let her do it like virtually. And then I was kind of like, never looked into it much more after that.
Okay.
But, so yeah, but
And mediumship and Reiki very hand in hand because of the energy and lifting, and it might be something that you can kind of dabble in that way. I don't, if you want to take the mediumship classes, take the mediumship classes. If you
yeah,
feel
but
pulled to it, but I,
for extra knowledge, I guess, because I feel you learn on your each, you like you said in the beginning, each medium works differently and is unique, right? Like we're
Mhm.
gonna work in our own way, so I can just take that in for those classes, take what I get from it and be like, okay, maybe it'll give me more confidence, I guess, maybe in a way.
Yeah.
I
But
don't know.
that's why I thought I saw you working with people on a table and using the crystals. So maybe do some research and see if that
Yeah,
feels good to you because your mom was kind of leaning into that and kind of showing me.
yeah, definitely. Because I've been doing a lot of like, with all of her, like her passing, everything. It just was a year in December. I've been working a lot on like, shadow work or like inner healing. Like, and I know that my inner child in there's got a lot of, so I've been doing a lot of that. So maybe that's what she's, bringing that up as well too,
Yeah,
trying to help others, heal and healing myself or working on that. I'm sure. I know she's proud of that because
of course.
good
She's
to let all of that, work on all of those things that need to come out too, as well as the grief and
when you have a story like yours of what you've been through, it can resonate so much with people, with other people and their own healing process. I'm getting all the goosebumps.
yeah,
It's your mom being like, of course, like that is how you heal. Like once you've healed yourself, you can show and help people on their way.
yes, yes, definitely
And
did me
she's making
through.
me feel like you're gonna do great things. Like you are so powerful and you just have to remind yourself of your own power and like your own insight. And that's exactly what she's sharing with you today of making sure that you remind yourself, A, who I am, B, I'm this badass bitch.
Right? I'm gonna remember
Like,
whose daughter I am, and I'm a bad.
like all the things. Uh,
Yeah.
is there any questions before we kind of wrap up here?
No, that was amazing. I've loved all of that, and thank you so much because that brought me like, even if it's for like today and the whole day and night, like you definitely have lifted my spirits, and gave me some comforting and some heartfelt stuff right there. I truly really appreciate it because it's like, you know, those things, especially being highly sensitive and having some abilities. It's like it's so nice to get that, like you're my communicator, you're the in between right now. For me, so it does mean a lot. It's like it's almost like it puts you on. I don't know. For me, it's like I'm almost like on this like high for the day. Not that I know what that is like. You know what I mean? It's like you're in a it lifts you for like the day. Like it's just like, all right, that was awesome. That was amazing. Like I know you're here, mom. Thank you. And you gave me that extra boost.
I love
So
that.
I really appreciate it. And I just wanted to show you real quick if it's okay.
Oh
I don't
yeah.
know if it's gonna be blurry if I don't take the blur off. So let's
Mom.
yeah, so this is like my little
The
dedicated
angel. Oh, there it is.
there's the angel.
Oh my gosh.
And yeah, the other one is in my purse. Hold on, where's the oopsie. You see that little to the left, the rose quartz heart.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, those are her seashells. Let's see. Yeah, just have a little dedication table. So yeah, these two birds, they were black. So I'm like, oh, but crows, I have two that visit me like daily since mid-June, and they were her favorite birds. So I'm just like, oh hey, like I didn't know if you heard them while we were on the Zoom actually, because they were like, go, like calling out my window right there, and I'm like, oh, they're here already. But yeah,
That's wonderful. I love that she comes to you and you No, because
Yeah,
I think that's like that excites spirit so much, and they get to do like backflips in the fact that you
right.
acknowledge their signs.
Absolutely. And I have like two black feathers from like the crows, like at different times, like two huge ones, and like they were just landed at the perfect time. And it was just like, yeah, I have her everywhere in my
That's
house.
awesome.
There's pictures everywhere, and that little table is dedicated to her. And that you know,
I'm going to thank you so much for sitting with me today. I'm so grateful that I get to share my gift with you. And what a beautiful way that your mom validated for you today. She was ever present and showing that she's with you always. And I hope you carry this with you. And I want you to have many blessings going forward.
oh my gosh, thank you so much. You're gonna make me cry again. No, I feel so, grateful, and I'm very appreciative. Thank you so much. This means a lot to me. And yeah, I'm doing all the things. It's like I love that she gives me that extra like it's like evidence, factual evidence, and then she's also giving me like reassurance and like still my little cheerleader, giving me that extra boost or push because I know she's there, I know this and that, and it's like, but the doing, each day, every day is different, and it's hard because grief, right? And it's like I'm learning now, or I'm on that curve where I'm turning my pain into like my power. So it's nice for her to give me that extra little confidence booster. Come on, girl.
That's
And
right.
after her. So
I mean, would she say the badass bitch? I don't know. Like that was
and she would
okay.
had a potty mouth. Yeah, that's like in our vocab. The beat words, the bad words. But I'm the baby girl. I'm number 6 out of 7, but there's 5 girls and I'm the baby. And she named me after her. So that's why I'm her favorite. So I gotta carry her legacy, She was a strong
Yes.
bitch, so that's what I gotta do.
And she's making me feel like there is nobody that could have done a better job.
Oh,
You know, I'm like, she's getting me all worked up. I'm like,
I
Mom.
right. It's like, and good years, but thank you so
Oh,
much.
love her because
Yeah, she's the best.
just the love and the
Yeah,
only way that I can say with her is just embrace. Like she just
yeah.
is embracing you, embracing the
I
kids. Like,
definitely try to like just, like feel her close, and I'm always like,
yes.
come closer, because it's like the physical. Her hugs. She gave the best like hugs, like bear
Yeah.
hugs, and she would never let go. And it's like, her voice, her quirky, like unique laugh. It's like
Yeah.
anybody, as soon as she walked into the room or walked into where you're sitting, like as soon as she walked in, it's automatic, like it's contagious, like her energy. She was always so upbeat, positive, like, and I can only imagine how much more that's radiated up the other side. And I'm just so lucky that she's my mom. So
Yeah. And she's a beautiful, beautiful soul and beautiful angel
thank you.
watching over you.
um I just, I kind of expected my mom to come through. I knew she would. But I always have an open mind and an open heart, and I'm ready to hear whatever I need to hear, and from who. Amazing. The reading the so much factual evidence, which is super comforting. Sorry. I'm gonna get all emotional. It was amazing and very comforting, heartfelt reading, because I knew that without a doubt, obviously, that you had my mom, and my mom was right there, literally, and giving you all the information and evidence that to validate. And she did an amazing job, and you did an amazing job. And thank you. If you are going through the journey of grief, you're not alone. Our loved ones are always nearby. And if you are looking to hear from them, or looking for that little bit of hope to keep you going, you should definitely, absolutely book your reading um, with Joelle, because she's amazing. And you could literally feel your loved one there with her, and feel the love through the messages and evidence that she gives you. Um, so I would absolutely tell you that you need to book a session with her if it's, to give you that extra comfort, and, that extra support to keep going and moving through your grief journey, and to connect with your loved one.
Okay, so
Thanks
as we wrap up, I'm thanking you again so much for sitting with me today.
so Thank
I
you.
hope you have the best rest of your day and
I will now. Thank
yay,
you. Thank
and
you.
sending you many blessings on your way. Go
You
hug those
too.
babies.
Thank you so much. Keep being amazing. You're awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you.